So I gamify my streams into various different games so that the ripping ships just become a bit more entertaining. For me, this one is how I do it with a battleships sort of style. Very interested to hear your thoughts. If you've got any better ideas, anything like that, please drop them in the comments. But this is how I do it. It works very well, and I'm more than happy for you to copy, use it, whatever. Obviously, I've not come up with the idea. I've just tried to adapt the ripping ship to be a bit more entertaining. So let me know if you've got any ideas, but this is how I do it. So I set my camera up somewhere that I can see the entire game at all times. For me, one of the most important things is that you can see these red envelopes here at all times. The reason I say that is when you do anything like mystery games and stuff, the last thing you want is somebody saying, oh, but you only give me the crap ones and all your best mates the good ones, right? That obviously in time, as you get a reputation, won't be a thing, but certainly will at the beginning. Now, what I always find is keeping this on camera at all times is the most important thing. These are really important to, as prizes to show people what they could win tonight. So you've got the jackpot slabs down here. They're all numbered up so that you can see what's what. Let me get some light over here. So you can see the cards, all that sort of stuff. Set your lights up so that people can see the most important bits when they need to. But yeah, basically how it works is I set it up like a grid. So you've got A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can set it up as 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, whatever however you want to set it up. The couple of things that I keep in mind when I'm setting up my grid are how many cards I want in the game and how many cards I want out of the game. You'll see why maybe in a minute. But the idea is inside each one of these envelopes is an energy card and it has a number on it. Right, so you've got number 23 there, which corresponds to slab number 23. Nice and easy. You can do this with packs, you can do this with singles, like you can do it any other ways. Let me know if you come up with a better idea, that'd be really cool. And how the game works, how I do it, is I charge X price, doesn't really matter, it depends on what I've got here. So the price for this game is £30 a game, but it doesn't really matter. It could be £5, could be £100. Whatever you've got is the most important thing to work out your price. But for me, £30 works. They pay to see 2 numbers. So down here, there's two of these. These are all shuffled at the beginning of the game. I show them every single one, make sure that every single number's in here. Then I shuffle them all up and lay them out. Then what we do is they pick 2 numbers. So let's say they say A2 and C4. So these are the 2 numbers that they've got here. We show everybody on screen, you've got slab number 10 or prize number 10, whatever you've got, and number 30. So number 30 is this one and number 10 is this one. Now, how I do it as a rip and shipper or as a more of an entertainment value, let's get the light on that. How I do it is they pay to see 2. They get to keep 1, whichever one they fancy. In chat, let me know if you keep the Charizard or the original 1997 Pidgeot. They pay to keep 2, to see 2. Now they can top up and pay to keep the other one. If they're like, oh, it's an impossible decision, then they can pay. So what I normally do, let's say this game is £30 a go. You get £30, you get to see 2. For 27, you get to keep the second one. So you can do that. If you then want to do, so what I do as well, they can buy 10 and keep 5, or buy 3 and keep, or pick 6 and keep 3. And I do it 1 by 1. So I do that. Let's say even if they pick 10, right? And they're going to keep 5. I do that. Right, you're going to keep that one. Cool, that's your one. Right, we'll put the Charizard back in at number 10. And then what we do, instead of this will be kept to the side somewhere so that that's theirs. We would then grab another card that would replace that one. We'd take the number off. We'd put it on that one. So that now becomes number 30. We put it back in the game. We show that these are still 30 and 10. Yes, it takes a minute or two to run through it. We put them both back in here. We shuffle the deck up of the extra cards. This is why this is important to keep on sight at all times, or in sight at all times. We make this look a bit OCD and nice and posh. And then off they go. Option number 2. The reason I do it like that, and rather than just go, right, now pick 10 and you just take all of them, and they take them all out, you can then control what you replace. So by putting it back into the game, you can control what goes back in on the other spots. So you can make it better, worse, and it kind of makes it more exciting than that is all you've got. It's still a mystery because I might replace that with something. I try and do similar for similar, but you might replace it with something like a rainbow Charizard or loads of different stuff. So the game's always evolving. I always put on there floor, ceiling, and average. Floor being what's the worst case scenario, what's the cheapest card that you can win in the game. Average being add them all up, add the value up, divide it by however many there are, and that is the average. And the ceiling is what is the most expensive card that you've got on offer tonight, right? So that's how I do it. Any other ideas? Cool, share them with me. That'd be amazing. Drop them in the comments. Let me know what you think. But that's how I gamify the Pokemon Rip and Ships into battle styles or battle ships gamification sort of stuff. Cool, thanks, bye.